Alright, everybody, I'm gonna try to stream one more time, but this time I'm going to make it 90 minutes maximum. Anyway, this is for Jeremy Barton, and it's going to, because we are going to imagine what it would be like if Columbia TriStar released those Arthur DVD and releases. Now, so basically, what would happen is if Columbia TriStar released Arthur titles, the front cover would remain exactly the same, but the spine would have the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment or Sony Pictures Home Entertainment logo on the spine in place of the Sony Wonder and Random House logos. And on the back, the Arthur DVDs would have the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment or Sony Pictures Home Entertainment logos on the back. Meaning, it would look more like this for the Arthur titles rather than like this. And it would have the sponsors sponsored on the back cover, like the Sony Wonder releases. And now before we start, all right. So, while we wait for Jeremy Barton, we are going to see and if he can join, or he can at least text if he wants. So far, just okay. So, without further ado, let's see. One of my very favorite Arthur titles has to be the Sony Wonder ones. Okay. Now, now that Jeremy Barton's here, we are now going to imagine what it would be like if Columbia TriStar released those ARPR titles instead of Sony Wonders. So basically, what would happen, Jeremy Barton, is the Columbia TriStar releases of ARPR would have the front cover remain the same, but the spine would mention Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment or Sony Pictures Home Entertainment, depending on the release, rather than Sony Wonder and Random House Home Video. And then the back would look more like this for a Columbia TriStar release of ARPR rather than like this. And the sponsors would still be mentioned on the back cover of the Columbia TriStar releases of ARPR. Now, do you want to know what the first ARPR release from Columbia TriStar we're going to imagine is, Jeremy? Yeah. So, you know what? The first ARPR DVD from Columbia TriStar we are going to imagine is a 2003 Columbia TriStar version of ARPR's Tasty Treats, a Columbia TriStar version of a 2003 DVD release of ARPR's Tasty Treats. Now, do you know what's different about the Columbia TriStar version of ARPR's Tasty Treats compared to the Sony Wonder version? Yes! There's an episode of another Columbia TriStar show, in which this case it's Dragon Tales for the Columbia TriStar releases of ARPR. What do you think of bonus Dragon Tales episodes appearing on the Columbia TriStar releases of ARPR since Columbia TriStar made the Dragon Tales series on DVD? You can keep your name if you want. And, so, the ARPR episodes in the Columbia TriStar version of ARPR's Tasty Treats would still be exactly the same as the Sony Wonder edition, including Buster's Sweet Success, which is the Justin Bradley version from Season 6, Dad's Dessert Dilemma from Season 3, and How the Cookie Crumbles from Season 2. But here's the thing, the main program on the Columbia TriStar releases of ARPR, the main program with the ARPR episodes play first, and then the Dragon Tales episodes play afterwards as a treat. So, the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Tasty Treats would open with the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo from 2001, which has the Tolling Bells DVD music. And then it has the DVD menu being shown. And then the FBI warning screen. Then the attention screen. And then the Sony Wonder and Random House Home Video logos appear. Then the Arthur theme song. And then the start of the episode, Buster's Sweet Success. And by the way, it has a standard glass breaking noises on the DVD. And then at the end of the DVD of Arthur's Tasty Treats, after the episode How the Cookie Crumbles ends, it would have the Arthur Online and Local Library promo, or actually the And Now a Word From Us Kids segment comes after the last few seconds of the episode, And Now a Cookie Crumbles. Okay, so after How the Cookie Crumbles ends, it goes into the And Now a Word From Us Kids segment, then the Arthur Online and Local Library promo from 2001 to 2003, and then the Arthur end credits from Season 3, then the Kiddo promo, the Arthur funding credits, the Chuck E. Cheese's ad from 2002, which is the Exercises version, and then, of course, the Libby's Juicy Juice ad from Season 6 through 8, and then the Post-Alphabet Cereal ad, 26 little letters that make the words to let you share your feelings, and then it would have the Arthur funding credits from Seasons 7 through 8 in the Velveeta cheesy yellow background, which is commonly used on Seasons 1 through 4 reruns, using grants from U.S. Department of Education, Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and Public Television Viewers. And then, of course, the PBS Kids Dash Transformation bumper from 2000, where Dash transforms into a caveman, scuba diver, and robot. And then we go into the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion. And by the way, the Dragon Tales episodes that would be shown on the Columbia TriStar edition of Arthur's Tasty Treats would, of course, be Crash Landings and the Big Cake Mix-Up, which are Season 1 episodes of Dragon Tales. So, the DVD of Arthur's Tasty Treats from Columbia TriStar would contain the Season 1 episodes of Dragon Tales, Crash Landings, and the Big Cake Mix-Up. After the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion, it goes into the Kellogg's Fruit Loops Jungle Gym commercial, or Jungle commercial. And then it goes into the Dragon Tales funding from Season 1, where it says, Dragon Tales is funded in part by a grant from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting through funds from the U.S. Department of Education. And then after that, it would go into the Dragon Tales theme song and the start of the episode, Crash Landings. And then, after Crash Landings ends, we go into the Dragon Tomb segment. Then the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion with clips from the Big Cake Mix-Up. And then the episode, The Big Cake Mix-Up plays. And then after that, after the episode, The Big Cake Mix-Up ends, we'll go into the Dragon Tales website bumper from Season 1, where Ord goes, to learn more about Dragon Tales, visit us at pbskids.org. And then it would go to the end credits, and then, unlike the 2000 program break recorded after that episode, unlike the program break from 2000, which had the Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo with the words Play It Smart at the bottom, the 2003 DVD of Arthur's Tasty Treats, containing those same episodes, would instead use the Sesame Workshop logo, which includes the green roof and the blue house. And then, of course, the Columbia TriStar Television logo is shown. And then it would go into the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes ad with the announcer going, where a child goes, where we know that the fun of playing and learning together is more than just good, it's great. And then, of course, the Season 1 funding again, And then we go into the 1999 PBS Kids logo with Dot, the girl, running up to the screen. And then we go to the DVD menu. So what did you think of the contents for the Columbia TriStar edition of Our First Tasty Treats, now that I told you the contents and everything? And what did you think of the episodes appearing on the Columbia TriStar edition? Okay, so this next DVD we're going to imagine is a very interesting release because it was originally released on VHS in March of 2000, and then it was released on DVD in January 2003. And this would be called Arthur's Famous Friends, which would be released on March 21st, 2000 on VHS and January 14th, 2003 on DVD. And the episodes for the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Famous Friends include the episodes Arthur Meets Mr. Rogers, I'm a Poet, and My Music Rules, just like the Sony Wonder editions. But you want to know what's very interesting about the 2003 DVD release of Arthur's Famous Friends? It's a logo that appears usually on DVD releases from 1997 to 1999, but it makes a surprise appearance on Arthur's Famous Friends DVD from 2003. As a result, the 2003 DVD of Arthur's Famous Friends would use the 2000 VHS mastering. And because the 2000 VHS mastering is used for the DVD version of Arthur's Famous Friends, this is when things get interesting, because even though the 2003 DVD of Arthur's Famous Friends says Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment on the packaging and on the disc art, it actually contains the 1993 Columbia TriStar Home Video logo at the beginning of the 2003 DVD of Arthur's Famous Friends. And yes, yeah, and Jeremy Barton is correct, because even though the 2003 DVD of Arthur's Famous Friends mentions Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment on the packaging and disc art, the DVD actually surprisingly keeps the 1993 Columbia TriStar Home Video logo at the beginning, due to the fact that it was originally released on VHS in 2000, and they didn't really even bother updating the contents for the DVD. They just used the 2000 VHS mastering for the DVD. So, as a result, the DVD would open on the 2003 DVD of Arthur's Famous Friends. It would contain the 1993 Columbia TriStar Home Video logo at the beginning, and then it would go to the DVD menu being shown, and then it would go into the FBI warning and attention screen, and then the Sony Wonder and Random House Home Video logos would appear, and then the Arthur theme song which has the boing sound added before the glass breaking noises, and then the start of the episode Arthur Meets Mr. Rogers. And at the end of the DVD of Arthur's Famous Friends, it has the last few seconds of the episode My Music Rules, and then the end credits from Season 4 with the song Crazy Bus playing, and the Arthur funding credits from Season 4 with the dark grassy green squared background using grants from U.S. Department of Education and public television viewers. And then the Libby's Juicy Juice ad from 1996 to 1999, meaning late Seasons 1 through 4, late Season 1 to Season 4, by the way. And then the Baby Gap commercial, even though the 2003 DVD would have Lego incorrectly sponsored on the back cover. And then the post-alphabet cereal ad, 26 little letters that make up 1,000,000 words that tell billions of stories. And then it would contain the 1999 PBS Kids logo with Dot, the girl, running up to the screen. And then the art for online and local library promo from 1998 to 1999. And then it would contain the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion, in which you ready to hear what the episodes are of Dragon Tales for the 2003 Columbia TriStar edition of Arthur's Famous Friends? Okay, so okay, so the DVD release of Arthur's Famous Friends would contain the Season 1 episodes. The Columbia TriStar DVD version of Arthur's Famous Friends would contain the Season 1 Dragon Tales episodes, Not a Problem, and Ord's Unhappy Birthday. So it would contain the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion with scenes from Not a Problem, and then the Kellogg's Rice Krispies Bird's Nest advertisement would be shown since it's a very early release from 2000 for VHS. And then it would have the Dragon Tales funding from Season 1 with the announcer going, Dragon Tales is funded in part by a grant from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting through funds from the U.S. Department of Education. Then the Dragon Tales theme song, of course, and the start of the episode, Not a Problem. Then there's a Dragon Tune segment. Then the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion with clips from Ord's Unhappy Birthday. And then we go into this episode, Ord's Unhappy Birthday. And then after the Dragon Tales portion ends, it would go into the last few seconds of the episode, Ord's Unhappy Birthday. Then the Arthur website bumper from Season 1 with Ord going, to learn more about Dragon Tales, visit us at pbskids.org. And then it would contain the Dragon Tales end credits. And then it actually contains the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo with the words Play It Smart after the credits. Because even though Arthur's Famous Friends Columbia TriStar versions from 2003 DVD, it actually contains the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo after the Dragon Tales credits because of the fact that it used the 2000 VHS mastering. And then after the Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo with the words Play It Smart is shown, it would go into the Columbia TriStar Television logo, and then the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes ad where the kid goes, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, reminding you that thinking and creating are more than good, they're great. And then it would have the Dragon Tales funding from Season 1, and then it would also have the 1999 PBS Kids logo with Dot the girl running up to the screen, and then we finally go into the DVD menu. Well, what did you think? What was interesting about the DVD release of Arthur's Famous Friends, due to the fact that the DVD used the 2000 VHS mastering and they didn't even bother updating the contents on the DVD? It says the CTW semicircle is intact, along with the 1993 Columbia TriStar home video logo. because usually the 2003 releases with the season 1 episodes would have the CTW logo plastered with the green roof and blue house version of the Sesame Workshop logo. But Arthur's Famous Friends 2003 DVD actually has the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo intact due to the fact that it's recycled mastering from the 2000 VHS, and they didn't even bother updating the contents on the DVD. So what did you think of that interesting thing happening? And yes, and it made perfect sense for the CTW logo to appear since it came out on VHS in March of 2000, and they didn't even bother updating the contents on the DVD. And March of 2000 was when it was still called Children's Television Workshop at that time. And you know what else is interesting? Did you know that the dot logo appears after both the Arthur and Dragon Tales portions on Arthur's Famous Friends? Jeremy? Yeah. Alright. So the next DVD we're going to imagine is a 2005 Columbia TriStar release of Arthur Makes a Movie. And the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur Makes a Movie would be released on May 10th of 2005, and it would be 2 weeks before Are We There Yet was released on VHS and DVD on May 24th, 2005. Now, the episodes for the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur Makes a Movie would be Arthur Makes a Movie, Francine Frensky Superstar, and Arthur the Unfunny. And you know what's very interesting about the 2005 DVD release of Arthur Makes a Movie, along with Arthur Goes on a Field Trip, Arthur Goes Crosswire, and You Are Arthur, which are all released on May 10th of 2005? These 4 Columbia TriStar releases of Arthur from May 10th of 2005 would be the first releases to have Sony Pictures Home Entertainment mentioned on the packaging and the disc art, but it would still contain the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo on screen due to the fact that the Sony Pictures Home Entertainment logo didn't appear until 2 weeks after they were released, beginning with Are We There Yet? So yeah, even though Arthur Makes a Movie has Sony Pictures Home Entertainment mentioned on the packaging, it would actually still have the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo at the beginning. Okay, would you like to hear how the 2005 DVD of Arthur Makes a Movie from Columbia TriStar opens and closes with? Alright, so the 2005 DVD of Arthur Makes a Movie would have the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo at the beginning with the Tolling Bells DVD music, of course. And then it would have the Columbia TriStar Family Fun promo from 2004, and then a preview for the Swan Princess collection, and then the DVD menu, the FBI warning, the attention screen, and then the Sony Wonder and Random House Home Video logos would appear. And then the Arthur theme song with the boing sound added before the standard glass breaking noises, and the start of the episode, Arthur Makes a Movie. Now, at the end of the DVD of Arthur Makes a Movie, after the Arthur portion ends, it would go into the last few seconds of Arthur the Unfunny, the Arthur end credits from season 2, the Kiddio promo, the Arthur funding, the Chuck E. Cheese's ad from 2002, and then the Arthur funding from season 7 through 8, and the Chuck E. Cheese's ad from 2002 is the opening door version, by the way. Then it would have the Arthur funding from season 7 through 8 with the grassy green squared background commonly used on seasons 1 through 4 reruns, using grants from the U.S. Department of Education Corporation for Public Broadcasting and Public Television Viewers. And then it would contain the Pbs Kids Ident from 2000, which is the Dash transformation one, of course, where Dash transforms into a caveman, scuba diver, and robot. And then, and you want to know what Dragon Tales episodes would appear on the Arthur DVD of Arthur Makes a Movie from Columbia TriStar? So, the Dragon Tales episodes on Arthur Makes a Movie from Columbia TriStar would be the season 1 episodes Out with the Garbage and Lights, Camera, Dragons. And what did you think of those Dragon Tales episodes appearing for Arthur Makes a Movie? Out with the Garbage and Lights, Camera, Dragons. And then the Dragon Tales portion would say, have the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion with clips from Out with the Garbage. Then it would have the Kellogg's Fruit Loops Jungle commercial from 2000, and then the Dragon Tales funding from season 1 with the announcer going, Dragon Tales is funded in part by a grant from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting through funds from the U.S. Department of Education. And then it will have the Dragon Tales theme and the start of the episode, Out with the Garbage. And then it would have the Dragon Tune segment, then the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion with clips from Lights, Camera, Dragons, and then the episode Lights, Camera, Dragons ends. And then after the Dragon Tales portion wraps up, they are Follow the Dots, let's see, Follow the Dots, let's see, A Picture's Worth 1,000 Words, Follow the Dots, and Wheezy's Last Laugh. The episodes on Follow the Clues would be A Picture's Worth 1,000 Words, Follow the Dots, and Wheezy's Last Laugh. Okay, so at the end of the Dragon Tales portion of the DVD of Arthur Makes a Movie, it would contain the last few seconds of Lights, Camera, Dragons, then the Arthur website bumper, or the Dragon Tales website bumper from season 1 with Ord saying, to learn more about Dragon Tales, visit us at pbskids.org. And then the Dragon Tales end credits from season 1. And then, of course, we have the Sesame Workshop logo with the green roof and the blue house, and the Columbia TriStar Television logo. And then it would contain the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes ad, the community center one with the original music, and the announcer going, well, we know that the fun of playing and learning together is more than just good, it's great. And then the Dragon Tales funding from season 1, and then the Pbs Kids logo from 1999 with Dot the Girl running up to the screen, and then we go to the DVD menu. What did you think of the contents for the Columbia TriStar edition of Arthur Makes a Movie? Oh. Okay, so the 3 episodes on Follow the Clues are A Picture's Worth 1,000 Words, Follow the Dots, and Wheezy's Last Laugh. Okay, here's this next one you were going to imagine, and it's another 2005 DVD release from May 10th of 2005. This time we're going to imagine a Columbia TriStar version of Arthur Goes on a Field Trip. And the episodes for the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur Goes on a Field Trip would be The Return of the King, DW Goes to Washington, and Sleep No More. And by the way, what did you think of the Columbia TriStar releases of Arthur having the Sony Wonder and Random House Home Video logos after the red attention screen, even though they are Columbia TriStar releases? And by the way, the 2005 DVD release of Arthur Goes on a Field Trip would also be released on May 10th of 2005 and would still contain the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo at the beginning, even though Sony Pictures Home Entertainment is mentioned in the packaging. And basically, the 2005 DVD of Arthur Goes on a Field Trip would have the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo with the Tolling Bells DVD music. And then we go into the Columbia TriStar Family Fun promo from 2004. Then the Swan Princess Collection promo. Then the DVD menu, the FBI warning screen, the attention screen. And then it would have the Sony Wonder and Random House Home Video logos. Then the Arthur theme song with the boing sound added before the glass breaking noises, and the start of the episode, or The Return of the King. At the end of the Arthur portion of the DVD of Arthur Goes on a Field Trip, it would have the last few seconds of the episode, Sleep No More. And then it would have the Arthur end credits from season 5. And then the Kidio promo, the Arthur Funding, Chuck E. Cheese's ad from 2002, which is the opening door version. The Arthur Funding credits from seasons 7 through 8 in grassy green squared background, commonly used on seasons 1 through 4 reruns, using grants from U.S. Department of Education, Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and viewers like you. Thank you. And then the Pbs Kids Ident from 2000, the Dash transformation one, where Dash transforms into a caveman, scuba diver, and robot. And then we actually have 2 bonus Dragon Tales episodes on the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur Makes a Movie. One of them is a season 1 episode from the 2001 Columbia TriStar VHS, and the other is a bonus episode from season 3. So anyway, after the Dash transformation logo, we'd go into the coming up next on Dragon Tales screen. And then it would go into, and the Dragon Tales episodes that would be shown on the release, on the DVD releases, would be the season 1 episodes Dragon Drop and Cassie Loves a Parade, and the season 3 episodes All Together Now, and a repeat of the season 2 episode Teamwork. So, it would have the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion with clips from Dragon Drop, and then it would go into the Kellogg's Fruit Loops Jungle commercial. And then the season 1 funding with the announcer going, Dragon Tales is funded in part by a grant from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting through funds from the U.S. Department of Education. And then we go into the Dragon Tales theme song and the start of the episode, Dragon Drop. And then after that, it would have the Dragon Tune segment. Then the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion with clips from Cassie Loves a Parade. And then the episode Cassie Loves a Parade starts. And then after the Dragon Tales portion ends, it would have the last few seconds. It was really cool. The last few seconds. Sorry about this, folks. Anyway, after the Dragon Tales portion ends on the 2005 DVD of Arthur Goes on the Field Trip, we have the last few seconds of the episode Cassie Loves a Parade. The Arthur, or the Dragon Tales website bumper from season 1, with Ord saying, to learn more about Dragon Tales, visit us at pbskids.org. And then it would go into the Dragon Tales end credits, and then the Sesame Workshop logo with the green roof and the blue house. And then the Columbia TriStar television logo would be shown. And then it would have the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes commercial. And it would have the Community Center one where the announcer goes, where we know the fun of playing and learning together is more than just good. It's great. And then the season 1 funding again. Then the 1999 PBS Kids logo with Dot the Girl running up to the screen is shown. And then we go into the Kellogg's commercial where the announcer goes, the Kellogg Company is proud to support Dragon Tales and PBS Kids. And then we go into the Kellogg's Fruit Loops ad, the Jungle one. Then the season 3 funding where the announcer goes, this program was funded in part by a Ready to Learn, No Child Left Behind grant from the U.S. Department of Education through the Public Broadcasting Service and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you. And then it would have the Dragon Tales theme again and the start of the episode all together now, and then the Dragon Tune segment and the start of the episode Teamwork. And then after this, we go into the last few seconds of the episode Teamwork. Then the Dragon Tales website bumper from season 3 where Wheezy goes, to learn more about Dragon Tales, visit PBS Kids at pbskids.org. And then the end credits from season 3 appear. And then the Sesame Workshop logo with the purple roof and the green house. And then the Sony Pictures television logo would be shown. And then it would have the Kellogg Company commercial again. And then the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes ad with the reorchestrated music from Let's Start a Band. And then the season 3 funding would appear again. Then the 1999 PBS Kids logo with Dot, the girl, running up to the screen again. Well, what did you think of the contents for the DVD of Arthur Goes on a Field Trip from Columbia TriStar? And you know what? And do you know what's very interesting about Arthur Goes on the Field Trip Columbia TriStar Edition? Because usually when something happens like that, it has the Sony Pictures Home Entertainment logo, but it was released on May 10th of 2005, and that logo didn't really appear yet until... What's interesting about it is it's got a season 3 episode of Dragon Tales, but it came out on May 10th of 2005, meaning the Sony Pictures Home Entertainment logo didn't exist yet at that time, and so the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo was still used. Isn't that the interesting part? Yeah. In addition, it also includes a season 1 episode on Arthur Goes on the Field Trip. What did you think of that? And the reason why I chose All Together Now as an episode on the DVD is because the dragons go to a carnival in that episode. What did you think about that episode All Together Now from season 3, where the dragons go to the carnival on the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur Goes on a Field Trip? The DVD version has the season 3 episode, while the VHS version only includes the season 1 episodes Dragon Drop and Cassie Loves a Parade. But the DVD version has additional episodes from season 3, with a repeat of a season 2 episode in between. Okay, this next DVD we're going to imagine is a Columbia TriStar version of the 2004 DVD release of Arthur's Pet Follies. Now, okay, so the Columbia TriStar DVD release of Arthur's Pet Follies from 2004 and would be released on January 27th of 2004 and would contain the episodes Francine and the Feline, Hide and Snake, and So Long Spanky. Now, the 2004 Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Pet Follies would have the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo with the Tolling Bells DVD music, and it would be one of the last DVD releases of Arthur by Columbia TriStar, not to contain any previews at all, because after the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo is shown on Arthur's Pet Follies, it goes immediately to the DVD menu. That, Arthur Saves the Day, Arthur's Lost Library book, and Arthur Makes the Team would also have no previews on there. So, after the DVD menu was shown on the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Pet Follies, it would have the FBI warning, attention screen, then the Sony Wonder and Random House Home Video logos would appear, and then it would have the Arthur theme song with the Arthur theme song with the standard glass breaking noises, and the start of the episode, Francine and the Feline. And then after, wow. And then after the Arthur portion of the DVD would end, it would go into the last few seconds of the episode So Long Spanky, and then the Now a Word from Us Kids segment is shown, the Arthur Online and Local Library promo, the end credits from season 4, then the Arthur funding, the Libby's Juicy Juice ad, season 6 through 8 version, the post-alphabet cereal ad, 26 little letters that make the words that let you share your feelings, even though Teddy Grahams is mistakenly sponsored on the back cover of the Columbia TriStar and Sony Wonder editions, at least. And then the Chuck E. Cheese's Exercises ad from 2002, and then the Arthur funding credits from season 7 through 8 with the Concord Great Jelly Purple checkerboard background used on seasons 1 through 4 reruns, commonly used on seasons 1 through 4 reruns to be exact, using grants from U.S. Department of Education, Corporation for Public Broadcasting and Public Television Viewers, and then the Pbs Kids Ident, which is the Dot transformation one from 2000, where Dot transforms into a tiger, octopus, and astronaut. And then we go into the Kiddio promo, and then we go into the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion. Oh, and by the way, the Dragon Tales episodes for the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Pet Follies would contain the episodes To Kingdom Come and Goodbye Little Caterpoozle. And the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion would show clips from To Kingdom Come, then the Kellogg's Fruit Loops commercial, and then the Dragon Tales funding from season 1, where the announcer goes, Dragon Tales is funded in part by a grant from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting through funds from the U.S. Department of Education. Then the Dragon Tales theme and the start of the episode, To Kingdom Come. And then after that, we go into the Dragon Tomb segment. Then the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion with clips from Goodbye Little Caterpoozle. And then we go into the episode Goodbye Little Caterpoozle. And then after the Dragon Tales portion, those are pretty good rules to be exact. Anyway, after the Dragon Tales portion of the DVD, it would have the last few seconds of the episode Goodbye Little Caterpoozle, and then we'd go into the Dragon Tales website bumper from Season 1, of course, and then it would have the Dragon Tales end credits, and then the Sesame Workshop green roof and blue house logo, then the Columbia TriStar Television logo, and then the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes community center ad, where the announcer goes, where we know that the fun of playing and learning together is more than, where we know the fun of playing and learning together is more than just good, it's great. Then the Dragon Tales funding from Season 1 again, and then the 1999 PBS Kids logo with Dot the Girl running up to the screen. Then we go to the DVD menu. So what did you think of the episodes for the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Pet Follies, Jeremy? And what did you like about the episodes for the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Pet Follies, Jeremy? Yeah. Okay, here's this next DVD we're going to imagine from Columbia TriStar. And it's going to be the 2005 So, this next Columbia TriStar DVD we're going to imagine is the 2005 Columbia TriStar version of DW Rides Again, released on June 14th, 2005. And the episodes for the Columbia TriStar version of DW Rides Again would be DW Rides Again, Arthur's Cousin Catastrophe, and DW Flips. And it would be the same episodes as the Sony Wonder editions. Now, the Now, the 2005 DVD of DW Rides Again would be released on June 14th of 2005. And you know what that means, Jeremy? It means that DW Rides Again, along with Arthur's Computer Adventure, DW the Picky Eater, and Arthur Gets Lost, all of which would be from June 14th of 2005, would be the first Arthur releases to actually contain the Sony Pictures Home Entertainment logo at the beginning. Yeah, so the DVD of DW Rides Again would contain the Sony Pictures Home Entertainment logo at the beginning, and then we go into the FBI anti-piracy warning, the red attention screen, and then we have previews for Stuart Little Free, Call of the Wild, and then it would still contain the Columbia TriStar Family Fun promo from 2004, even though it has the Sony Pictures Home Entertainment logo. That's because the Sony Pictures Family Fun promo didn't exist until like 2006. And then after the Columbia TriStar Family Fun promo, it would go directly to the DVD menu, and then the Sony Wonder and Random House home video logos would be shown. Then the Arthur theme song, which has the water splashing noises at the end. And then we go into the start of the episode, DW Rides Again. At the end of the DVD of DW Rides Again, of the Arthur portion, that is, it would have the last few seconds of the episode DW Flips, the Arthur end credits from Season 1 with the 2004 copyright, and the cookie jar logo zooming into the screen, the Kiddio promo, and then it would have the Arthur funding, the Chuck E. Cheese's ad from 2002, which is the opening door version. Then the Road 60-second Cinnamon Rolls commercial would be used. And then it would contain the Kellogg commercial coming immediately after the Road 60-second Cinnamon Rolls commercial. It would go immediately to the Kellogg Company commercial, and the Kellogg's Fruit Loops commercial would be shown. And then it would have the Season 3 funding with the funding from, with the announcer going, "This program was funded in part by a Ready to Learn, No Child Left Behind grant from the U.S. Department of Education through the Public Broadcasting Service and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you." And then we go into the Dragon Tales theme song, and you want to know what the Dragon Tales episodes would be for the 2005 DVD version of DW Rides Again? It would be the Season 3 episodes, Sky Soccer and Making It Fun. So, it would have the start of the episode, Sky Soccer, then we go into the Dragon Tune segment, then the episode Making It Fun, and then after the Dragon Tales portion ends, it would go into the last few seconds of Making It Fun, then the Season 3 website bumper with Wheezy saying the website bumper, and then it would have the end credits from Season 3, and it would have the yeah, that's a good idea. The Columbia TriStar version would have the Seasons 1 through 4 reruns version with the yellow background and PBS Kids Go Hopscotch logo before the Kellogg commercial begins. And then after the episode Making It Fun ends, the Dragon Tales portion that is, it would go into the Dragon Tales website bumper from Season 3, the end credits, then the Sesame Workshop purple roof and greenhouse logo, and then the Sony Pictures television logo, then the Kellogg Company commercial, and then we have the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes commercial from Let's Start a Band, and then it would have the and then after the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes commercial for Let's Start a Band, it would have the Season 3 funding again, and then the 1999 PBS Kids logo with Dot the Girl running up to the screen. Then we go to the DVD menu. Okay, so what did you think of the episodes for the 2005 DVD version of DW Rides Again from Columbia TriStar in terms of what episodes are used? And DW Rides Again would be the second Arthur release to contain Season 3 episodes, and this is the first time you only see a Season 3 episode on there. Now, here's this next release. Now we're all right. You can get off if you'd like, but anyway, this next one we're going to mention, Jeremy, is a Columbia TriStar version of the 2005 DVD release of Arthur's Money Matters, released on February 1st, 2005. And Arthur's Money Matters, along with Arthur the Big Riddle, Arthur's Treasure Hunt, and Arthur's Tooth, would be released on February 1st of 2005, and it would be the last releases to use the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo. Alright, now, Arthur's Money Matters would be the last release to have the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo on the packaging and the disc art. How would you feel about that? Because it was released February 1st, 2005. And it's the only time Chuck E. Cheese's is the only sponsor that has the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo on the packaging, along with the other three February 1st, 2005 releases. Okay, so the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Money Matters would contain the same episodes as the Sony Wonder edition, and would contain the episodes Arthur Bounces Back, DW Tricks the Tooth Fairy, and more from Season 6, which is the Mark Rendell redubbed version. And the DVD of Arthur's Money Matters would have the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo at the beginning with the bells tolling on it. And then it only contains the Columbia TriStar Family Fun promo. And then we go into the DVD menu, and then the FBI anti-piracy warning would make its first appearance. And then the red attention screen, and then the Sony Wonder and Random House Home Video logos, the DVD menu, the Arthur theme song, and it has the standard glass breaking noises, and we go into the start of the episode, Arthur Bounces Back. Now, at the end of the Arthur portion of Arthur's Money Matters from Columbia TriStar, it would have the last few seconds of the episode More, and then the Arthur Online Local Library promo from 2001 to 2003, the Arthur end credits from Season 6 with the Techno remix, the Arthur funding, the Chuck E. Cheese's ad from 2002, which is the opening door version, the Arthur funding from Season 6 with the Concord Grape Jelly purple checkerboard background, using grants from Ready to Learn Television Cooperative Agreement, U.S. Department of Education, Public Broadcasting Service, and public television viewers. And then we go into the Pbs Kids Ident, which is the Dash transformation one, where Dash transforms into a caveman, scuba diver, and robot. And then we go into the Kiddio promo, and then we go into the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion. In my opinion, I think Dash transformation fit perfectly for that. Now, the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion, you want to know what the Dragon Tales episodes Arthur's Money Matters would use for the Columbia TriStar edition? Okay, so The DVD of Arthur's Money Matters, the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Money Matters, would actually contain the Season 2 Dragon Tales episodes, One Big Wish and Breaking Up is Hard to Do. The reason why is because in One Big Wish, there is a quarter, and quarters are a part of money. How would you feel about that? Anyway, it would have the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion with clips from One Big Wish, then the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes beach commercial. And it says, we're playing and learning with friends is a big part of what makes life great. And then it would go into the Dragon Tales funding from Season 2 when it says, this program is funded in part by a Ready to Learn grant from the U.S. Department of Education through the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. And it would go to the Dragon Tales theme song and the start of the episode, One Big Wish. And then it would go into the Dragon Tomb segment, then the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion with clips from Breaking Up is Hard to Do. And then it would have the episode Breaking Up is Hard to Do. And at the end of the Dragon Tales portion of the DVD of Arthur's Money Matters, it would contain the last few seconds of Breaking Up is Hard to Do. And then the Dragon Tales website bumper from Season 2, where it has the red letters and Ord goes, to learn more about Dragon Tales, visit Pbs Kids at pbskids.org. And then we go into the end credits, and then we have the Sesame Workshop purple roof and greenhouse logo, and then the Columbia TriStar television logo would be shown. And then it would have the Kellogg's Fruit Loops jungle commercial on there. And then it would have the Dragon Tales funding from Season 2 again, but then get this. It would actually contain, after the Season 2 funding for Arthur's Money Matters, the DVD of Arthur's Money Matters, after the Dragon Tales portion ends after the funding, would actually contain the 1999 Pbs Kids logo with Dash, the boy, thinking about something. Rather than the one from Dot the Girl running up to the screen, it instead has Dash, the boy, thinking. Then we go to the DVD menu. So what did you think about that for Arthur's Money Matters? Because I remember the Wiggles Yes Paw Patrol No saying that TV airings of One Big Wish and Breaking Up is Hard to Do using the Dash version. Sure you can. Sure, because Max is trying to think of some ways to help Ord feel happy, and Breaking Up is Hard to Do. And he also has to think about some ways where he can get back to his regular size in One Big Wish.
Hey, dude.
Hey. So in this stream, we are imagining what would be like if Columbia TriStar released Arthur DVD releases.
Okay.
Now I must warn you, some of the episodes may not contain a logo that you like at the end if there's a Dragon Tales episode from an earlier season. And it's the you know what I'm talking about that you don't like after Dragon Tales ends.
Yeah. It makes me wanna it makes me wanna light myself on fire.
Ah! What makes you think that logo is creepy? I think the music in there isn't creepy at all. I think it sounds very powerful and majestic, if you know what I mean.
I would not physically light myself on fire because that would be really stupid.
Well, I have an idea. If you want to get Dragon Tales releases, try getting the releases of Keep on Trying, Let's Play Together, We're Special, and Let's Stick to It, because they do not have the Columbia TriStar television logo at the end.
Hey, that's pretty good. I know not to physically light myself on fire because that would be stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, the JJ DVDs did not have the Columbia TriStar television logo, and that was good.
And some of the Dragon Tales VHS releases did not have it either.
Hey, that's a good thing.
Most notably, Keep on Trying and Let's Play Together and We're Special and Let's Stick to It. They don't have that logo.
And that's a good thing. The reason why I find the logo scary because the music sounds like killing.
Yeah, but what are your opinions on that compared to the Sony Pictures television logo?
Oh, the Sony Pictures television logo? It sounds much, much, much better.
Jeremy Barton says he's not scared of the Columbia TriStar television logo at all. I mean, if they don't like the Columbia TriStar television logo, that's fine with me. But I personally think it's a cool logo.
I respect your opinion.
And have you ever heard of a user named FETC728?
I have not.
Well, he usually uploads videos of Bear in the Big Blue House and Dragon Tales and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
And he just recently uploaded the opening and closing to the rare VHS release of Lessons for All Seasons.
Well, those two titles get mixed up.
How did they get mixed up?
Some people think that Lessons for All Seasons is a VHS.
Well, it is a VHS. A Blockbuster exclusive VHS of this is extremely rare. Mostly it's a DVD.
Oh, okay, I have the DVD. I'm going to have a hard time finding the VHS.
So what JJ releases do you still have in your collection?
I have the main 6 Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment releases.
Did you know that they actually made 2 Sony Pictures Home Entertainment releases as well? Imagination Station and School is Cool?
Yes, I had Imagination Station as a child, and I'm going to get the other 2 soon.
Did you happen to have any Dragon Tales releases you had on DVD as a child?
I have not.
So, do you know what PBS Kids logos you saw on TV airings of Dragon Tales?
When I saw Dragon Tales on TV, there weren't any.
Well, I'm talking about like the dash version or the dot version and stuff.
Although I can narrate the original Corporation for Public Broadcasting logo, I'm still trying to memorize the other 2.
Well, I could tell you this. Dragon Tales is funded in part by a grant from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting through funds from the U.S. Department of Education.
That I can remember and say perfectly. The other two, the other two, I'm still trying to memorize.
Well, do you know, there were actually a lot of episodes. Would you like to hear one of my Dragon Tales impressions?
Oh yeah, I heard them before. It'd be nice to hear them again.
All right. You know what my favorite impression is? Max, Emmy, welcome to Dragonland. I can't wait to have my dragon berries.
Hey, that's hard. Hey.
Do you remember the Dragon Tales episode Bad Share Day, where Cassie has a magic crayon?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, there's one particular scene where Wheezy draws a Wheezy phone, basically Wheezy's version of a tuba.
You know, I can make an Alex phone.
And then Zach would go, "Where's the crayon?"
Oh, thank you, Jeremy Barton. This program is funded in part by a Ready to Learn grant, U.S. Department of Education for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Thank you.
And do you know how the season 3 funding goes?
That one I've been trying to memorize for years.
Well, I could tell you. This program was funded in part by a Ready to Learn, No Child Left Behind grant from the U.S. Department of Education through the Public Broadcasting Service, and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
You know, I could do the other two for two on my Instagram page.
And what inspired you to make those piracy warnings? They're really cool.
Good question. It's to stop people from stealing video.
That is a big no-no.
That is not okay.
That's a very big no-no.
Yeah, that is not okay.
Well, you mean stealing is like basically taking videos without crediting the original owner.
Let's see.
Did you happen to get any new JG to Jet Plane VHS releases, or do you still have the old ones?
I still have the 4 I got from Christmas of 2019.
Well, you know, I'm surprised they no longer use the Pbs Kids logo on releases of JJ beginning in 2003. I wish they kept it.
Yeah. I like to meet Rob Paulson.
Meet Rob Paulson? Wasn't
Yeah.
he Ickabeezer in VeggieTales in the House?
Yes, he was Ickabeezer and VeggieTales in the House. And he was Bacon Bill.
And he had a dog named Rooney.
Yes, he has a dog named Rooney.
He was part of the Animaniacs, which is kind of like a spin-off of Looney Tunes.
I'm not sure if it was. Oh yeah, so Rob Paulson is well known as Yakko Warner, and he's Spanky. Narf.
And he was also Carl Weezer in Jimmy Neutron.
Carl Weezer. And he also does the voice of Toodles in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
And, you know, I remember my grandmother gave me this VHS last year in August.
I've been looking for that one for a very long time.
First Flights and New Friends is the name of this release.
I know that.
And I'm surprised they didn't make a DVD version of First Flights and New Friends with extra episodes added.
They should have.
Well, if they were to make a DVD version, they should have added the episodes. JJ and the Stars at Night should have been one of the added episodes on there.
Yep.
Along with, let's see, did you know that First Flights and New Friends is the only 2002 release not to contain any episodes from the Night Scove era?
Possibly. Well, I do know for a fact that the Modern Cartoons logo only made an appearance at the beginning of Good Friends Forever.
Well, you mean the logo that is usually shown on the Tommy Nelson releases with that blue sky background?
Yes, and the sign makes a goose sound.
And I remember that Modern Cartoons logo in a sunset-like background at the end of the releases, and it was to the right of the Porchlight logo on those releases.
Yep, and then it would replay the Porchlight logo.
And what are some of your least favorite Dragon Tales episodes you've seen? I know Big Funky Cloud is not a really good episode.
And there was Bully for You.
What makes you think that episode was really bad about it? The way Spike kept bullying Cassie and Cassie being a big crybaby about it?
Yes. I'm surprised Spike didn't get expelled.
Spike should have said, next time you bully someone again, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to expel you from the school in the sky, Nino.
Mm-hmm. You know, I think Jess Parnell would do a good job as Quetzal, since he did a good job as Wacko Warner and Chuck Armstrong.
Well, wasn't it? Do you kind of miss Dragon Tales being on the air again?
Yeah.
Why would they replace it with The Cat in the Hat Knows a Lot About That in 2010?
Well, I regret to say it, but I was kind of happy when Dragon Tales got removed from TV because I didn't have to hear the Columbia TriStar television logo ever again.
Well, you know, it doesn't just appear on Dragon Tales. If you own DVDs of Jeopardy, that logo could also appear as well.
The 1990s episodes and early 2000s only.
So you saw that logo you didn't like on the first 2 seasons of Dragon Tales. from 1999 to like 2002 or something.
Yeah. It made my head go insane.
You were like, what on earth? No!
Well, I would jolt a little when I heard it.
Did you actually see? So, if you didn't know, you told me it came right after the Sesame Workshop logo.
Yes.
What were your thoughts on that logo? Did the music on the Sesame Workshop logo scare you a little bit as well?
It did not.
I'll tell you I'll tell you which logo I didn't like. The 1983 Children's Television Workshop Sparks logo I didn't like because of the creepy synthesizer music and the laser sound effects. Plus the animation was too cheesy. So, I found out that Ron Roddecker actually had heart disease before he passed away.
Oh yeah, that guy.
He actually passed away from the same disease that killed legendary actor Mel Blanc, who was the voice of Bugs Bunny.
And Jim Cummings is our Mel Blanc of the 21st century.
So, how did you know about Ron Roddecker, Dragon Tales creator's passing?
It was a post on the Pbs Kids Ident Facebook group.
And now we know what the cause of it was. It was from heart disease he had.
He might have been 91.
He was 90 when he passed away.
He had 10 years to reach his 100th birthday.
Yeah, and he unfortunately passed away from heart disease.
Unexpectedly.
Well, you know what? What else we should also remember? We should also remember Jim Henson, another Sesame Workshop creator besides Dragon Tales. Jim Henson was the creator of the Muppets.
Yes, he was.
So, may Jim Henson and Ron Roddecker both R.I.P.
And the legendary Mary Kay Bergman, who died 22 years ago.
Well, he actually committed suicide.
She
actually committed suicide.
I know that. Well, if I could go back in time, I would actually like to meet her.
Well, I'm surprised Robin Williams also did the same thing like Mary Kay Bergman did.
Yeah.
So, Michael Angelus, may he R.I.P. as well. He was legendary Thomas narrator.
For the UK.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the voice of James and Percy and Thomas and the Magic Railroad, but he got rejected.
Oh.
Let's see. He didn't narrate The Great Discovery in favor of Pierce Brosnan. Also Michael Brandon in the U.S.
So which narrator do you like from Thomas the most?
P.S. Brosnan.
Well, what about the naughty comedian George Carlin? He was a sailor mouth and the narrator.
Well, his fan base has been growing too much. I also like him.
So do you like the original Thomas much better than the reboot?
Yes, and I also hate Nia and Rebecca. I know, Jeremy.
Well, yeah. Alex Trebek actually guest starred in an Arthur episode once, Arthur and the Big Riddle.
I know that.
And well, at least in 2004, the Dragon Tales releases started using the Sony Pictures Television logo, but I just realized something. On the DVD of Whenever I'm Afraid, ironically enough, it contained the Sony Pictures Television logo, but it had the Columbia TriStar Television logo's audio playing over it.
I would not want to buy that one. I would not.
Well, the VHS has the correct audio, but not the DVD.
I will buy the VHS and not the DVD. Because if I did buy the DVD, I would actually destroy it. Well, the Columbia TriStar Television logo did that because it was probably plotting revenge.
How that logo used the CTT theme is beyond me.
I respect your opinion.
And what other shows do you not like besides the reboot of Thomas and Friends?
Budgie the Little Helicopter. And Caillou, which I respect your opinion.
I find it okay, but it's not as good as Arthur.
And there's Dora.
I am not really a big fan of Nickelodeon shows, except for SpongeBob.
Let's see. Barney, and I respect your opinion.
I didn't really watch that show that much.
Okay.
What about
the upcoming Thomas reboot and the Big World Big Adventures era?
wow? And
also Misty Island Rescue.
Do you remember in Soder's Legend of the Lost Treasure, Sir Topham Hatt yells, "Thomas the Tank Engine!"
And Soder's Legend of the Lost Treasure is terrible because the Bat Controller told off Thomas for no reason.
That's not the way you do it, Sir Topham Hatt.
You shouldn't tell off. You should not have told off Thomas.
Have you ever watched Super Mario Logan?
I have.
And there's this one episode where Bowser Jr. loses Thomas and he throws a massive temper tantrum because he lost Thomas.
Oh. I know that.
What if Dragon Tales was renewed for like a 4th season as well?
Oh, well, that would be good.
Well, and you know what else would be different besides Sesame Workshop and Sony Pictures Television releasing the show? Warner Brothers Television would also distribute the show beginning in season 4.
Let's see. Sony would have to sell the rights to Warner Brothers.
Well, actually, Sony Pictures and Warner Brothers Television would both do that for season 4.
Okay.
And what are some Dragon Tales episodes you didn't like besides Bully for You?
No hitter.
When Max gets his anger out?
And he hits Emmy for no reason.
And he kicks Orb's tail as well.
I'm actually surprised that Max wasn't sent home for it.
He actually kicked Orb's tail in that episode as well.
Yeah.
He doesn't usually do it to a best friend like Ord. He was just angry or something. Could have been worse if he hit Emmy and then Ord and then Zack and Wheezy.
Or imagine if Max hit Cassie.
Cassie would be like, ouch!
Or if he hit Zack and Wheezy.
They would go, boo-boo alert! Boo-boo alert!
Or if he hit Quetzal, things would not end well. If Max hit Quetzal very hard.
Now, what were your thoughts on the Quibbling Siblings Jugglebug episode?
Oh, that episode, it was okay.
Jeremy, what would happen, Jeremy, if Max hit Zack and Wheezy after he hit Ord?
Boo-boo alert! Boo-boo alert! Max, oh, Max, why did you hit me? I was suspended. Or what if Max hit Eunice?
Well,
oh wait, I forgot. Eunice only made 2 appearances.
she was in A Tall Tale from season 1.
Right.
Do you know what other episode? Oh, Jeremy Barton is asking you what your opinion on Sesame Street is.
Oh, I used to like it, but I don't anymore.
Why not? Is it because of the shorter running time?
I grew out of it.
Sesame Street is one of the shows that I'll never grow out of.
Oh yeah, like I'll never grow out of JJ.
I'll never grow out of Clifford either.
Or if Max hit Enrique.
Well, keep in mind, no hitters from season 1. Enrique didn't appear until season 3.
I know that, but let's just pretend. Let's just pretend I no hitter reference was in season 3.
She thinks the Muppets are creepy. I personally don't think they're creepy at all. But you know what's probably one of the least favorite Muppet shows I enjoyed? My least favorite would have to be the Webulous World of Dr. Seuss. Basically, Dr. Seuss characters as puppets, that's just not as good as Sesame Street.
Oh yeah, I happen to have a Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment release of that one. And it has the Sneetches.
So, what else? Did you know that some of the earliest Dragon Tales releases did not contain the Sesame Workshop logo and instead contained the CTW one?
That would be the earliest. That would be the earliest season.
It would be like the earliest releases of the show.
Yep, not the later releases. It only appeared in the earliest episodes.
The releases of Dragon Tales that include the CTW semicircle logo on it, they include Big Brave Adventures, You Can Do It, Let's All Share, Follow the Clues, Keep on Trying, and Let's Play Together. These VHS releases have the CTW logo.
I made my own cast for the JJ reboot.
Yeah. You know, what would be like your own cast for like a
Dragon Tales reboot?
Well, you chose D. Bradley Baker's Emmy. That's kind of interesting, even though Emmy was originally voiced by Andrea Libman, who was also part of the My Little Pony franchise.
I also made Roger Bumpus Cassie. Squidward's response. Why do I have to be voiced by Cassie? Why am I Cassie? Why can't her original voice actress come back?
Chantal Strand. Well, at least Ty Olsson got to reprise the role as Ord.
Jeremy, here's a theory. Some Beyond users do that because they come up with excuses. Let's see. I have Zach's Maurice LaMarche.
He was originally voiced by Jason Mikas.
I'm not familiar with that guy.
Well,
I have Max's Candy Milo.
Candy Milo? I remember Candy Milo appearing in Clifford's Puppy Days. And in one episode of Clifford the Big Red Dog, Candy Milo appeared on it. Oh.
Oh, yes. Bubble Bass. Anyway, Bubble Bass is also voiced by D. Bradley Baker. Here's what Bubble Bass has to say. What? Why do I have to be Emmy? I'm not a girl. I do.
Alright. Here's what I would choose. I would choose Bill Foggerbucky as Ord.
Let's see. I chose Jess Harnell as Quetzal.
You know, do you know who Bill Foggerbucky is? He's Patrick Star.
Yes, he is Patrick Star.
Maybe I was thinking in my version of the reboot, I would have Bill Foggerbucky voice Ord, because his sounds really similar.
I have Wheezy as Tom Holland.
Tom Holland? He was originally voiced by Kathleen Barr.
Well, I know what everyone's thinking. My cast is silly.
It's very creative, actually.
But it may be really silly.
You know what it would be like if the SML cast voiced Dragon Tales? It would be Lavelle Stanton as it would be Lavelle Stanton as Zack, Lance 30-Acre as Ord, Logan 30-Acre as Quetzal. I would say Elena Keys would be Emmy, Cassie, and Wheezy.
Let's see. So here's my JJ cast for the reboot. We have Debbie Derryberry reprising her role as JJ.
Did you know that Debbie Derryberry actually guest starred in a few Clifford the Big Red Dog episodes, like as Baby Cosmo?
I have not.
And she was also the voice of Fisherman Phineas Flounders, one and only amazing abalone seashell boy from the Lost Lagoon in the Clifford the Big Red Dog episode, A Job Well Read, even using the same tone of voice as JJ.
And let's see. I have Tress MacNeille as Tracy.
And who would voice Big Jake?
Fred Patashaw.
What about
I have Snuffy as Nancy Cartwright.
Oh.
Turkey Tom Kenny.
What about wouldn't Rob Paulson voice old Oscar?
Yes. Tuffy would be Cree Summer.
Savannah would be Gray Delisle?
Yep. And Evan will have Carolyn Lawrence.
You know, I wouldn't Mary Danielle reprise the role as Tuffy?
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with her.
I think Jeremy Barton's trying to tell you something. He's like, unlike seasons 1 through 3, which only used the 1999 logos, season 4 would also use the 2000 transformation logos and 2002 logos, in addition to the 1999 logos. He's talking about season 4 of Dragon Tales, to be exact.
I might not know.
Do you know which episodes of Dragon Tales Ord has cried in?
I don't know.
Well, do you remember the episode Calling Dr. Zack?
Yeah.
Where Zack steps on a spiny pine thorn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he Oh, I see. I see. He stepped on that thing.
And he's very afraid to go to the doctor in that
Yep.
episode.
That
And you know
thing
what the
looks like
doctor's
a
name is? Dr. Boo Boo Gone.
That thing looks like a porcupine. Oh yeah, I always claim. Oh yeah, sometimes I would claim dragonberries as a plum.
So, you actually used a model of the Columbia Torch Lady in your own Alex Bartolo logo?
Yeah, and then I stopped using it because I was afraid I would get in copyright trouble with Sony.
Well, maybe you can make your own logo that is not copyrighted. You know, when I made mine, I did not choose anything copyrighted.
I did. I have it uploaded.
And
All right, so it's the background of a traffic light.
How did you know that there was a reboot of JJ the Jet Plane appearing?
I know about it.
Well, isn't Sony Pictures going to release the DVDs of the reboot just like the original, or is it going to be like a different company like Warner Brothers or Universal?
A company called Trilogy Animation Group owns the rights to JJ.
Oh. What other Columbia TriStar releases do you have besides JJ and stuff?
I have Thomas and the Magic Railroad.
What about some of the Stuart Little films? That's from Columbia TriStar as well.
I used to have them, but I'm afraid I don't anymore.
Or, did you know that Columbia TriStar released The Adventures of Elmo and Grouchland as well?
I know that.
I wonder what it would be like if Disney released JJ the Jet Plane releases.
I'm not sure Disney would want to buy the JJ franchise because they would use the same excuses like the haters.
Which season of Dragon Tales did you like the most? Season 1, 2, or 3?
I have no decision.
In my opinion, I personally liked Season 1 the best.
Let's see. Imagine if Sony bought PBS.
That would be interesting.
Yep.
Or imagine if Sony and Warner Brothers owned the rights to Cartoon Network shows besides just Warner Brothers.
I don't know about that.
Well, I do know Warner Brothers owns most Cartoon Network material, and Paramount owns Nickelodeon material.
And thankfully, they're not owned by the greedy Disney.
Did you actually see the film Jumanji a couple times?
I've seen the 2017 film.
I've seen the 1995 one with the late great Robin Williams.
I don't watch Cartoon Network anymore.
So, which Dragon Tales character do you think is your favorite? I know my personal favorite is Ord.
I like Weezy!
and Zack. He's one of the two-headed dragons besides Wheezy.
If Zack and Weezy helped Pinky and the Brain take over the world. Hey, Brian. Hey, Zachy. What do you want to do tonight? The same thing we do every night, Pinky. The same thing we do every night, Wheezy. Try to take over the world.
What were some of your most favorite Dragon Tales episodes, on the other hand?
I don't know. I never thought about it.
You know, I'd say my personal favorite, I would have to say To Kingdom Come. Where Mr. Marmaduke is like really selfish, like, where I found the key, and the key is mine.
They should have hired Rob Paulson.
And what were your thoughts on the episode Goodbye Little Caterpoozle?
That episode was very sad.
You mean because they thought Cassie's Caterpoozle was dead?
Yeah, but that's something we shouldn't do on a kid's show.
Yeah, there was an Arthur episode that was really sad as well. It was called So Long Spanky. Where DW's pet bird, Spanky, gets really sick and passes away.
Well, my favorite episode is the Crazy Bus episode.
You mean the one where, like, Crazy Bus is gone?
Yeah, that one.
What were your thoughts on the episode Arthur's Lucky Pencil?
I have not seen it yet.
Well, in one part of the episode, Buster accidentally breaks Arthur's pencil, and he feels really bad that he did this.
Well, they have not explained why Buster's parents are divorced.
Jeremy Barton says his least favorite Dragon Tales episode has to be No Hitter due to Max's behavior. But Jeremy, what about Bully for You? Do you not like the episode Bully for You either, Jeremy? Because of Spike's behavior to Cassie?
I think I got an idea. Imagine if Max hit Spike.
He would be like, "You moron!"
Oh yeah. When I saw the episode Head Over Heels, Emmy was wearing Enrique's clothes. And whenever I see the episode, I'm like, oh my god, Emmy stole Enrique's clothes.
And Jeremy, what were your thoughts on the episode Goodbye Little Caterpoozle? What were your thoughts on the episode The Forest of Darkness? So what were your thoughts on the episode The Forest of Darkness from season 1?
I liked the tree. It reminded me of the Sparkleberry tree from JJ.
You know, Ord was like afraid to go into the Forest of Darkness.
Yep.
He was like, "It's going to be really, really dark. There might be monsters in here. Big, huge, hairy, scary monsters." And then he like cries a river of tears.
Well, Ord was afraid he might die.
No. He was afraid that there might be monsters in the dark.
Let's see. Here's how I would fix no-hitter. Step 1. Have Quetzal. Step 1. Have Quetzal tell off Max. Jeremy
Barton asks you, what is your most hated episode of a show that you like?
I have not decided. Oh wait, there is a Thomas and Friends episode, Middle Engine.
What? How come you didn't like that episode?
Like all the fans said, Percy got told off for no reason.
And what about James? Did he get punished with Percy as well?
He didn't. He didn't. Harry and Bert should have been told off in the first place.
And, do you remember when Henry gets pulled off and shut up in a tunnel?
Yes.
Well, what is another hated episode of a show you like, besides Thomas and Friends and Dragon Tales?
I have no decision.
You know, I'd say one of my personal episodes that I don't like is Arthur episodes that deal with serious issues, like the episode April 9th where the Lakewood Elementary School catches fire.
And when Binky pulled the fire alarm.
And then Principal Haney came, and you know what he did?
Normally, Binky would have been you would have been suspended for something like that.
And Buster was kind of disappointed that he missed out on the fire event.
Yep.
Hey, Jeremy, wasn't the episode The Great McGrady from season 13 pretty scary as well?
I'm gonna get off now.
Okay. Okay. Now we're going to imagine a 2004 Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Music Medley, in which the episodes for the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Music Medley would be Arthur Plays the Blues, Brother Can You Spare Clarinet, and To Beat or Not to Beat. And then the Columbia TriStar DVD of Arthur's Music Medley would open with the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo, which is the Buster Leads the Band variant, which has the bells tolling music with added musical instruments on there. Besides the bells and the strings, they also include brass instruments like trombone, tuba, trumpet, bassoon, and flute. And in the Columbia TriStar Family Fun promo from 2004, and then the Swan Princess Collection promo, and then the DVD menu, the FBI warning, the attention screen, the Sony Wonder and Random House Home Video logos, the Arthur theme with the standard glass breaking noises, and the start of Arthur Plays the Blues. And at the end of the Arthur portion, it would have the last few seconds of To Beat or Not to Beat. And then the end credits from season 6, and it features the techno remix. Then the Arthur funding, the Chuck E. Cheese's Exercises ad from 2002, the Libby's Juicy Juice ad, and then the post-alphabet cereal ad, 26 little letters that make the words that let you share your feelings, even though Teddy Grahams is mistakenly sponsored on the back cover. And then it would have the Arthur funding credits from season 6 with Concord Grape Jelly Purple Checkerboard background. Then the Pbs Kids Ident, the Dash Transformation one from September 4th of 2000, where Dash transforms into a caveman, scuba diver, and robot. And then it would contain the Kiddio promo. And then it would contain, after the Kiddio promo is shown, it would go into the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion. And you want to know what the Dragon Tales episodes for the DVD of Arthur's Music Medley would be, Jeremy? So, the DVD version of Arthur's Music Medley from Columbia TriStar would contain the season 1 episodes Bad Share Day and Whole Lot of Maracas Going on there. What did you think of that? It would contain the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion with a clip from Bad Share Day, then the Kellogg's Fruit Loops commercial, the Jungle one, the Dragon Tales funding from season 1, with the announcer saying Dragon Tales is funded in part by a grant from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting through funds from the U.S. Department of Education. And then the Dragon Tales theme, the start of the episode Bad Share Day, and then after Bad Share Day ends, we go into the Dragon Tune segment, the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion with clip from Whole Lot of Maracas Going On. I kind of like, I think I like I think the snow globe logo should have been used because you can play peaceful music while it is snowing outside, but the Dash Transformation logo was great as well. After the Dragon Tune segment, it would go into the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion with a clip from Whole Lot of Maracas going on. And then it would contain the episode Whole Lot of Maracas going on. And then we go into, after Whole Lot of Maracas going on, it would go into the Dragon Tales website bumper from Season 1, the end credits, the Sesame Workshop logo with the green roof and blue house, the Columbia TriStar television logo, and then the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes commercial, the Community Center one. Then the Dragon Tales funding from Season 1, and then we go into the 1999 PBS Kids logo with Dr. Girl running up to the screen. Then we go into the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion again, and the other Dragon Tales episodes that appear on Arthur's Music Medley, besides Bad Share Day and Whole Lot of Maracas going on, would be Zack and the Beanstalk and A Feet on Her Feet. And it would have clips from Zack and the Beanstalk, and then the same funding as before. Then the Dragon Tales theme, and then the episode Zack and the Beanstalk, and then the Dragon Tune segment, and A Feet on Her Feet. And then we go into the same stuff as before, the same funding and stuff with the PBS Kids Dot logo as well. Well, what did you think of the episodes for the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Music Medley? And by the way, Arthur's Music Medley would be the first release to use the 2004 Family Fun trailer. And what... And how good were the episodes picked for the Columbia TriStar version? And I chose Zack and the Beanstalk as well, because you remember Mungus the Giant? He tries blowing into different instruments. He tries blowing into a trombone and then a harmonica. Wow. That's amazing. Elwood City Turns 100 being one of them, where it had the Season 7 funding with that background. And how did you notice that? Okay, so what? All right, so did you know that that Zack and the Beanstalk is also about music? And did you like how I chose that episode on there, along with Bad Share Day and Whole Lot of Maracas going on? We're going to imagine 5 more, and then we're going to stop after we do 5 more. So the last 5 we're going to imagine. So we are going to imagine a Columbia TriStar version of the 2000 of the Columbia TriStar version of the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur Goes to the Doctor. Now, the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur Goes to the Doctor would be released on June 11th of 2002 on DVD, even though it was released on VHS on September 11th, 2001. And the episodes for the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur Goes to the Doctor would be Arthur's Knee, Buster's Breathless, and The Lousy Week, just like the Sony Wonder version. But you know what's very interesting about the DVD of Arthur Goes to the Doctor? The VHS has the tolling. Well, we know that, but you know it's very interesting in regards to what. And even because the VHS was released in September of 2001, and they didn't really even bother updating the mastering for the DVD, the DVD of Arthur Goes to the Doctor would actually have the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo, but with the VHS music instead of the Tolling Bells DVD music on the DVD. How would you feel about that, since they didn't even bother updating the contents on the DVD, and the VHS was released in September 2001? So, it would have the VHS music on the DVD of Arthur Goes to the Doctor, along with Arthur's Best School Days. Okay, so the DVD of Arthur Goes to the Doctor would open with the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo, but with the VHS music. And then it would have the DVD menu being shown, the FBI warning, and attention screen. Then the Sony Wonder and Random House Home Video logos are shown. And then it would contain the Arthur theme song with the boing sound added before the last breaking noises, and the start of Arthur's Knee. And at the end of the Arthur portion of the DVD would have the last few seconds of The Lousy Week, the end credits from Season 5, the Arthur funding, the post-alphabet serial ad, 26 little letters that make the words that let you share your feelings, the Lego ad from Season 5, and the Libby's Juicy Juice ad from Season 5. And then we go into the Arthur funding from Season 5 with the Blueberry Blue flower bed background, Then the 1999 PBS Kids logo with Dot the girl running up to the screen is used in the Arthur portion. And then the Dragon Tales portion would have the coming up next on Dragon Tales screen. And the episodes for the DVD version of Arthur Goes to the Doctor would obviously be the Season 1 episodes Tales You Lose and Calling Dr. Zack. Well, actually, Arthur Goes to the Doctor should have used the Dash logo because you sometimes need to think about what you need to do in order to get better once you're sick with something. Arthur's Best School Days would also have to use the Dash logo as well because there are lots of tests you can get and you have to think about them. My opinion, Arthur's Storybook should have used the dot logo. And of course, we already know that the Dragon Tales episodes for the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur Goes to the Doctor would be Tales You Lose and Calling Dr. Zack. And it would have the Kellogg's Fruit Loops Jungle commercial, the Arthur funding from Season 1, then the Dragon Tales theme, and the start of the episode, Tales You Lose. Then we go into the Dragon Tomb segment, the coming up next on Dragon Tales screen where it shows clips from Calling Dr. Zack. And then it would have after the episode Calling Dr. Zack, it would have the Season 1 website bumper of Dragon Tales, the end credits, the Sesame Workshop blue house and green roof logo, and then the Columbia TriStar television logo, the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes Community Center ad where it says, where we know that the fun of playing and learning together is more than just good, it's great. And then it would have the Dragon Tales funding, but then it would have the 1999 PBS Kids logo with Dash, the boy, thinking, compared to the Arthur portion, which had the dot logo. I'd say Arthur Goes to the Doctor, if it was released in 2000, should have used the Dash logo with the green background of the later Season 4 funding. The blue one would use the sidewalk logo. The yellow one would use the dot logo. Or actually, the green one would use the sidewalk logo. The blue one would use the Dash logo, and the yellow one would use the dot logo. So what did you think of the episodes for Arthur Goes to the Doctor release? Okay. This next one we're going to imagine is a 2005 Columbia TriStar edition of Arthur the Big Riddle, in which the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur the Big Riddle would contain the episodes Arthur and the Big Riddle, Arthur the Big Riddle, It's a No-Brainer, and Rhyme for Your Life. And then the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur and the Big Riddle from February 1st, 2005 would open like the Money Matters DVD, where it only contains the Columbia TriStar Family Fun promo after the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo. Then it would contain the DVD menu, the FBI anti-piracy warning screen. Actually, the FBI anti-piracy warning screen, the attention screen, then the DVD menu, and the DVD menu would be shown first, and the FBI anti-piracy warning, the attention screen, and then the Sony Wonder and Random House Home Video logos would be shown. Then the Arthur theme with the standard glass-breaking noises, start of Arthur the Big Riddle. At the end of the Sony Wonder version of Arthur the Big Riddle, it would actually contain the last few seconds of Rhyme for Your Life, and then it would contain the end credits from the website online and local library promo from 2001 to 2003, the end credits from Season 5, Arthur funding, Chuck E. Cheese's opening door commercial, and then it would have the abridged version of the PBS Kids Dash transformation logo, where it just starts at the part with Dash as a robot. And then it would go into the Kiddio promo, and then it would have the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion. And you want to know what the Dragon Tales episodes would be for the DVD version? The Columbia TriStar version of Arthur the Big Riddle would be like? Arthur the Big Riddle perfectly fit with the Dash logo as well, because you have to think about certain riddles. And you want to know what Dragon Tales episodes appear in the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur the Big Riddle? It would be the Season 1 episodes, Do Not Pass Gnome and Treasure Hunt. And it would contain the coming up next on Dragon Tales screen with a portion of Do Not Pass Gnome, the Kellogg's Fruit Loops commercial, the Season 1 funding, the Dragon Tales theme, start of Do Not Pass Gnome, and after Do Not Pass Gnome ends, it would have the Dragon Tune segment, and then the coming up next in the Dragon Tales portion with clips from Treasure Hunt, then the episode Treasure Hunt, and then the Dragon Tales website bumper, and then the end credits, and in the Sesame Workshop green roof and blue house logo, the Columbia TriStar television logo, and the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes Community Center commercial, then the Dragon Tales funding from Season 1 again, then the 1999 PBS Kids logo with Dot the Girl running up to the screen, then we go to the DVD menu. Yeah, I do remember that break. And also, what did you think of the episodes for Arthur and the Big Riddle? Okay. The next Arthur DVD from Columbia TriStar we are going to imagine is a 2004 the 2004 DVD version, Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's First Sleepover. And the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's First Sleepover would contain the episodes Arthur's First Sleepover, Arthur's Lost Dog, and Water in the Brain. How did you know you saw the semicircle logo intact on the Sprout airing? But were there Sprout airings of season 1 that you saw with the Sesame Workshop logo as well? And were there other episodes from season 1 that you saw on Sprout with the semicircle logo intact? And the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's First Sleepover would have the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo with the Tolling Bells DVD music, and then it would have the 2002 Columbia TriStar Family Fun promo, and then the Swan Princess Collection promo, the DVD menu, the FBI warning, attention screens, and then the Sony Wonder and Random House Home Video logos. And then the Arthur theme song with the boing sound added before the last breaking noises, and the start of the episode Arthur's First Sleepover. And at the end of the Arthur portion, it would close with the last few seconds of Water in the Brain, the Arthur Online and Local Library promo from 2001 to 2003. And then it would have the Arthur closing credits from season 2, and then the Arthur funding screen, and then would have the Libby's Juicy Juice commercial, and then it would have the same error from the Sony Wonder edition where it appears twice, and then would have the Teddy Graham Snacks commercial, and then the Chuck E. Cheese's opening door commercial from 2002. Then the Arthur funding credits from season 7 through 8 in grassy green squared background, commonly used on seasons 1 through 4 reruns, using grants from Corporation for Public Broadcasting, U.S. Department of Education, Corporation for Public Broadcasting and Public Television Viewers. Then the Pbs Kids Ident, which is the Dash transformation one, where Dash transforms into a caveman, scuba diver, and robot. And then the Kiddio promo, then the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion. And the Dragon Tales episodes on the DVD of Arthur's First Sleepover from Columbia TriStar would, of course, be the Season 1 episodes, The Giant of Nod, and The Big Sleepover. And it would contain the Kellogg's Fruit Loops commercial. And then it would have the Dragon Tales funding from Season 1, the Dragon Tales theme. And then it would have the episode The Giant of Nod. And then we go into the Dragon Tunes segment, and then we go into the episode The Big Sleepover. And then we go into the website bumper from season 1, the end credits, the Sesame Workshop blue house and green roof logo, the Columbia TriStar television logo, the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes Community Center commercial, and then the Dragon Tales funding from season 1 again, and then the 1999 PBS Kids logo with Dot, the girl, running up to the screen. And what did you think of those episodes appearing on the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's First Sleepover? Okay, we're going to imagine 2 more releases, both of which would be from 2003. Next, we're going to imagine a 2003 Columbia TriStar edition of Arthur's Best Friends. And the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Best Friends would include DW's Dear Friend, Arthur's Faraway Friend, and Buster's Back. And the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Best Friends would have the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo with the bells tolling music. Then we go immediately to the DVD menu, the FBI warning, the attention screen, the Sony Wonder and Random House Home Video logos. And then the Arthur theme song with the water splashing noises. And then we go into the start of the episode, DW's Dear Friend. At the end of the DVD release of Arthur's Best Friends, it would contain the last few seconds of the episode Buster's Back, the Arthur Online Local Library promo from 2001 to 2003, the end credits from Season 2, the Kiddio promo, and then, of course, the Arthur funding, the Chuck E. Cheese's Exercises commercial, Willie's Juicy Juice commercial, the post-alphabet cereal commercial, 26 little letters that make the words that let you share your feelings, and then the Arthur funding credits from Season 7 through 8 in the Velveeta cheesy yellow background, commonly used on Seasons 1 through 4 reruns. And then after that, it contains the using grants from U.S. Department of Education Corporation for Public Broadcasting and Public Television viewers, of course. Then the Pbs Kids Ident, the Dash transformation one, where Dash transforms into a caveman, scuba diver, and robot. And then the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion. And do you want to know what's very interesting about what episodes of Dragon Tales are on there? Believe it or not, it includes the very first episodes of Dragon Tales on DVD. Meaning they include To Fly with Dragons and the Forest of Darkness. Arthur's Best Friends would have the Season 4 funding with that green background, and it would have the Dot logo. If it had the Season 4 funding on there. Plus, it would have to be released in 1999. Late 1999 to be exact. December of 1999. And then the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion would have clips from the episode To Fly with Dragons, the Kellogg's Fruit Loops ad, and in the Season 1 funding, the Dragon Tales theme, the start of To Fly with Dragons, and then after To Fly with Dragons ends, it has the Dragon Tomb segment. The coming up next on Dragon Tales screen with clips from the Forest of Darkness, and then the Forest of Darkness episode plays, and then after the Forest of Darkness ends, it will go into the website bumper, and then the end credits. But then after the end credits comes a really interesting error. You know what's there's an interesting error after the credits and before the Columbia TriStar television logo. So believe it or not, after the end credits, it would have the Sesame Workshop green roof and blue house logo, but it would have the audio from the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo on it. Then the Columbia TriStar television logo would be shown. And then it would have the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes ad. And in the Season 1 funding and in the 1999 PBS Kids logo with Dot, the girl running up to the screen. What did you think of the episode for Arthur's Best Friends? As far as what happened, including the error that appears on air. So what were the episodes fitting about for Arthur's Best Friends? And what was the error exactly? Okay. Now on to this last one. And it's going to be the 2000 and I would say Arthur's Scary Stories should have used it rather than the green one with the dot logo, because people can go trick-or-treating in neighborhoods. Okay, And here's this last one we're going to imagine. And it's a It's a 2004 Columbia TriStar version of Arthur Makes the Team. Yeah, I knew about that. Now, the last one we're going to imagine is a 2004 Columbia TriStar version of Arthur Makes the Team. And it would contain the episodes Arthur Makes the Team, Meek for a Week, and Arthur the Loser. So, the Arthur episodes, the DVD of Arthur Makes the Team would be from January 27th of 2004, which means that after the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo is shown on that DVD, it would go directly to the DVD menu, the FBI warning screen, the attention screen, the Sony Wonder and Random House Home Video logos, and then the Arthur theme song with the standard glass breaking noises, and the start of Arthur Makes the Team. And then, you know what? And then, after the episode, at the end of the Arthur portion of the DVD, it would have the last few seconds of Arthur the Loser, the Arthur Online and Local Library promo from 2001 to 2003, and then would have the Arthur end credits from season 2, and then the Arthur funding, the Libby's Juicy Juice, the Arthur funding, and then the post-alphabet cereal ad, 26 little letters that make up a million words that tell billions of stories, even though Teddy Grahams is mistakenly sponsored on the back cover. The Chuck E. Cheese's exercises ad, and then the Libby's Juicy Juice ad, and then the Arthur funding credits from season 7 through 8 in grassy green squared background, commonly used on seasons 1 through 4 reruns, using grants from U.S. Department of Education, Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and viewers like you. And then it would have the after the green background is used, it would have the Pbs Kids Dash Transformation Ident, where Dash transforms into a caveman, scuba diver, and robot. And then it would have the Kiddio promo. And it would have the coming up next on Dragon Tales portion. I must warn you, the episodes for Arthur Makes a Team are actually going to be the episodes Blowing in the Wind and No Hitter. I know you may not like that episode, but I think it perfectly fit for the DVD of Arthur Makes a Team because they're playing ball in that episode. And it would show clips from Blowing in the Wind, the Kellogg's Fruit Loops ad, the Dragon Tales funding from season 1, the end credit, the theme song, and start of the episode Blowing in the Wind. And then it would have the Dragon Tune segment. And then it would have the coming up next on Dragon Tales segment with clips from No Hitter. And then the episode No Hitter plays. And then after the episode No Hitter, it would go into the end credit, the website bumper, the end credits, the Sesame Workshop green roof and blue house logo, the Columbia TriStar television logo, the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes Community Center commercial, the Dragon Tales funding from season 1, and then the 1999 PBS Kids logo with Dot the Girl running up to the screen. And then the DVD menu for the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur Makes the Team. So what did you think of those episodes appearing on Arthur Makes the Team? Yeah. Yeah, it would have. So, to sum this all up, which logos and Dragon Tales episodes would be perfectly fitting for the real Arthur releases if Columbia TriStar released them? And what did you think of Blowing in the Wind and No Hitter appearing on the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur Makes the Team as bonus features that play immediately after the program? And I know you told me that the DVD of Arthur's Family Fun would contain the episodes Quibbling, Siblings, and Wheezy's Hairball. And Arthur's Snow Day would, the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Snow Day, that is, would contain the episodes Snow Dragons and The Fury is out on this one. What did you think of Snow Dragons appearing on the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Snow Day? Yeah. Yeah, I got your comment. And I think the DVD of Parents Are From Pluto should have used the episodes Follow the Dots and A Smashing Success, which has Wheezy getting mad at Zach, and she thinks Zach broke Wheezy's trumpet. That should have appeared on Parents Are From Pluto as a bonus feature, if you know what I mean. And Arthur's Best School Days would use the episodes A Cool School and Max's Comic Adventure for the Columbia TriStar releases. The reason why I chose A Smashing Success for the Columbia TriStar version of Parents Are From Pluto is because Wheezy gets mad at Zach and she thinks that Zach broke the trumpet. Kind of like when in Mom and Dad have a great big fight. Arthur's parents have an argument. And Arthur's Snow Day, the reason why I chose Snow Dragons for the DVD version of Arthur's Snow Day by Columbia TriStar is because it snows in that episode. Yeah. So which PBS Kids logos would appear on most of the Columbia TriStar releases of Arthur during the Dragon Tales portions? I knew about that. Sure. What is it? Yes, I did. It was pretty funny. And I was thinking for the DVD version of Arthur's Great Summer from Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment, containing the episodes Emmy's Dream House and Dragon Sails, because sailing can happen in the summertime on a boat. What did you think about these episodes for Arthur's Great Summer from the Columbia TriStar version? Yeah. Very hilarious. And of course, Arthur the Good Sport would contain the episodes Eggs Over Easy and A Liking to Biking. How would you feel about Eggs Over Easy and A Liking to Biking appearing on the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur the Good Sport? I'm only going to tell you this once. I'm only 20 years old. I'm only going to tell you this once. I'm 20 years old. I'm going to be turning 21 on July 28th. Yeah. And I was thinking the Dragon Tales portion would also use the Dash logo on Arthur's Great Summer. How would you feel about that happening as well? Now, which PBS Kids logos would appear on some of the Columbia TriStar releases of Arthur containing the Dragon Tales episodes, and which logo appears in the Dragon Tales portions on those releases, depending on some of those releases? And you know what I'm going to have for my 21st birthday? I'm actually going to have Denver chocolate sheet cake. Yeah, it is a great cake. It's very delicious. And most of the, and did you know that most of, yeah, you know I'm gonna have Denver chocolate sheet cake for my 21st birthday? It's probably one of my most favorite cakes. Well, I'll tell you, I'd rather not talk about it right now. You may already know, but because it snows a lot in my state in the winter, and there's lots of Rocky Mountains on there, so I think you may already know what the state is. And do you know, Jeremy, that most of the Dragon Tales episodes that appear in the Columbia TriStar releases of Arthur would be the ones from season 1? I'd rather not tell you the state, Samuel. I was thinking maybe of a few releases with season 2 episodes. For example, Arthur's Lost Library book, 2004 release from Columbia TriStar, would contain season 2 episodes, Back to the Storybook, and Dragon Scouts, along with the season 1 episode, Quetzal's Magic Pop-Up Book. Actually, yeah, Arthur's Lost Library book would contain the episodes Back to the Storybook and Dragon Scouts from season 2 for the Columbia TriStar release. a few episodes from my cousin, but I haven't really seen that many episodes. And what would you think of the Dragon Tales episodes for the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Family Vacation being Zack takes a dive and under the weather? Jeremy? And about Arthur's Chickenpox DVD release, I would choose the episodes Not Separated at Birth and A Kite for Quetzal. No, I'm imagining what it would be like if Columbia TriStar released Arthur releases. Because in A Kite for Quetzal, Quetzal catches a cold, while Arthur catches chickenpox in Arthur's Chickenpox. Not to mention, Double Tibble Trouble has one of the Tibbles getting sick. I may not have seen every episode, but I have seen a lot of the classic episodes of Arthur, mostly from seasons 1 through 8. And yes, it was on the DVD version, but not on the VHS. And Jeremy, what did you think of the 2004 Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Lost Library book using the season 2 episodes, Back to the Storybook, and Dragon Scouts? I said, what did you think about the Dragon Tales episodes Back to the Storybook and Dragon Scouts appearing on the DVD version of Arthur's Lost Library book? Yeah. It would kind of be really cool. And about the DVD of Arthur's School of Hard Knocks, I would have to choose the episodes of Dragon Tales called, let's see. The season 2 episodes, Cassie the Green-Eyed Dragon, and Something's Missing. And how would you feel about the Dragon Tales episodes Don't Bug Me and Over appearing on the DVD of Arthur Saves the Day for Columbia TriStar, from Columbia TriStar? Because in the episode Over, Max has to save Ord. And Jeremy Barton, do you know what Dragon Tales episodes would appear on the DVD version of Arthur Goes Crossfire? Surprisingly, it would contain the season 2 episodes Big Funky Cloud and Copycat. Mostly because Ord is sad almost throughout the episode, just like Buster is almost angry throughout the episode Buster's Growing Grudge. It's okay. I think, Jeremy, what I was trying to say was, what did you think of the season 2 episodes, Big Funky Cloud and Copycat appearing on the DVD of Arthur Goes Crosswire? Because Orn is sad almost throughout the episode Big Funky Cloud, just like Buster's angry almost throughout the episode Buster's Growing Grudge, which is also on the DVD of Arthur Goes Crosswire. Not that much. I didn't really watch that much anime. And Jeremy, what did you think of the Dragon Tales episodes Cassie, the Green-Eyed Dragon, and Something's Missing, appearing on the DVD of Arthur's School of Hard Knocks? It would be called a Pbs Kids a reading block or something. What did you think of Cassie the Green-Eyed Dragon appearing on the DVD of Arthur's School of Hard Knocks, is what I said, Jeremy. Along with the episode Something's Missing. Actually, Bully for You and... Actually, I'm going to choose Cassie the Green-Eyed Dragon and Something's Missing for the DVD version of Arthur's Tomb. I think Bully for You and the Great White Cloud Whale would have been a better episode for Arthur's School of Hard Knocks, because in Buster Makes a Grade, Buster really has to work hard for a test or else he's going to have to repeat for a grade, while in Bully for You, Cassie is constantly bullied by Spike. Actually, that would be more for Arthur's eyes. If I said Arthur's tooth by mistake, I meant Arthur's eyes, because it has a pretty similar title for Arthur's eyes, called Piracy the Green-Eyed Dragon. I was thinking Arthur's tooth should have used the episodes Miami or Bust and Light My Fire Breath, because dragons breathe fire through the mouth, and teeth is part of the mouth as well. What did you think of Miami or Bust and Light My Fire Breath appearing on the DVD version of Arthur's Tooth? Since dragons breathe fire with their mouth. And the DVD of Arthur's Tooth would retain the fishbowl logo, just like the Sony Wonder version. And I know the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Baby would contain the Dragon Tales episodes Rope Trick and Baby Troubles. No. Plus, that's probably a too personal question. Probably fishbowl, because sharks are a type of fish that have really big teeth. No, you didn't offend me at all. And what I was trying to say to you, Jeremy, was what did you think of Bully for You and the Great White Cloud Whale appearing on the DVD version of Arthur's School of Hard Knocks? Because Cassie is bullied by Spike. And for DW Thinks Big, I would choose the episodes. For DW Thinks Big, I would choose the Dragon Tales episodes Up, Up and Away, and A Wild Time. Because people can have a wild time, like in a wedding or something. I think it's Bombaclad or something. I think that's how you pronounce it. Rarely. And Jeremy, I would say that the Columbia TriStar version of You Are Arthur would contain the episodes Pigment of Your Imagination and Zach's Song would be. It would appear on the DVD version of Arthur Writes a Story. Small Time and Roller Coaster Dragon would appear on Arthur Writes a Story. You know, technically what I'm doing now is my main hobby. I like to chat with people online. And I would say the Dragon Tales episodes for Arthur It's Only Rock and Roll would be Puzzlewood and Let's Dance. How would you feel about that for the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur It's Only Rock and Roll? And Arthur's Perfect Christmas would probably contain the episodes Ketzel's Magic Pop-Up Book and My Way or Snow Way. Since there really isn't a Christmas episode because Arthur's Perfect Christmas would use the episodes Quetzal's Magic Pop-Up Book and My Way or Snow Way due to the fact that there isn't a Christmas episode of Dragon Tales. And the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur's Perfect Christmas would actually contain the Pbs Kids Dash logo at the end, while Quetzal's Magic Pop-Up Book would have the dot variant. I would say the Dragon Tales episodes for DW's Blanky would be It Happened One Nightmare and Staying Within the Lines. How would you feel about that? And what did you think of Puzzlewood and Let's Dance appearing on Arthur It's Only Rock and Roll? Actually, it wouldn't air until October 15th of 2002, so the DVD's from October 1st. So maybe the greatest show in Dragonland and Prepare According to Instructions would be for the DVD version of Arthur It's Only Rock and Roll. In which the greatest show in Dragonland would actually be a great episode for the DVD version of Arthur It's Only Rock and Roll from Columbia TriStar. Since Puzzlewood and Let's Dance didn't air yet at that time. Actually, Arthur Gets Spooked would have the episodes Wheezy's Last Laugh and Frog Prince. What did you think of Wheezy's Last Laugh and Frog Prince appearing on Arthur Gets Spooked Columbia TriStar release? Wow. I would say Arthur Cracks the Case would contain the Dragon Tales episodes A Tall Tale and Stormy Weather. And I would say the DVD version. I would say the DVD version of Harper's New Puppy would contain the season 2 episodes I Believe in Me and Bye Bye Baby Birdie, since that's a pretty perfectly fitting episode for Harper's New Puppy because birds are also pets like dogs. How would you feel about that for Harper's New Puppy? The entrance music from Zack and the Beanstalk would appear in the season 4 episode The Missing Headphones. And I would say the DVD of Harper's Treasure Hunt would contain the season 1 episode Sky Pirates and 4 Little Pigs. How would you feel about that? Yes. And I believe the DVD version of Arthur's Teacher Trouble would contain the Jumping Bean Express and Get Off of My Cloud. How would you feel about that? It would be zoomed in. And Okay, sorry about this, folks. I accidentally exited out of there, but I'm back. I would say for Arthur Gets Lost, it would contain the episodes Nuck Nuck, Who's There, or Who's Where, and Just Desserts, because in Nuck Nuck, Who's There, Emmy and Cassie get lost, just like Arthur gets lost in the episode Lost. How would you feel about that? It would be cool. What did you think of Nuck Nuck, Who's Where, and Just Desserts appearing on the Columbia TriStar version of Arthur Gets Lost because Emmy and Cassie get lost? They are season 2 episodes, by the way. That's cool. And what I was trying to say was, what did you think of the episodes Nuck Nuck, Who's Where, and Just Desserts? Very fitting, by the way. And for Arthur's Computer Adventure, I would choose the episodes A Picture's Worth 1,000 Words and The Talent Pool. How would you feel about those episodes for the DVD version of Arthur's Computer Adventure? Because the screen on the computer can show pictures, and you could type words on the computer. Did A Picture's Worth 1,000 Words and The Talent Pool fit really well on the DVD version of Arthur's Computer Adventure? Because people can make words off a computer? Probably the hopscotch one. And DW the Picky Eater would contain Dragonberry Drought and A Snowman for All Seasons. it would be the green one. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get off here, so I'll see you later.